Hello, I am Archivist Saren, and welcome to my study. And today, we are back once more to Wall World. Now, last time, we got a whole lot of upgrades. We got basically like all of these three. This thing, I'm pretty sure. This thing we just got. We haven't tried it out yet. We got combat capacitor and armored claws fully upgraded. This still has an upgrade. I think we got an upgrade to this, but this still has one more. So I don't know when we're gonna get that upgrade. We also still need an upgrade for the vacuum and the rocket launcher. So hopefully I'll find those. I don't know where they're hiding, but I really need the vacuum upgrade. That's like the number one most important thing. So we shall see. But either way, we're gonna just jump right into it because there's not much else to really do because I already got all the upgrades last time. So we'll just go, and we have to go through the whole backstory thing here every time we load up the game. But it's fine. Hopefully this goes well. Last time we made it to the third boss, I'm pretty sure. But it insta-killed us, so that was kind of an issue. Oh, interesting. I don't know what that does at all, but I'm glad I have it, I guess. Okay, this... we don't really need to mine at this level, I remember. Oh, and that's the entire mine. Okay, great. Let's just head to the next one. So let's see. We need speed. And this. Okay. Because, yeah, we're not doing mining very much just yet. So getting mining speed is kind of secondary to movement speed. Hello. Again. Are you a real outer? This encounter is the only reason I chose this job. Tell me about your people. How did you manage to survive on the wall? Do you have any records from the time before the escape? Maybe something on the early settlement period of the wall? We have so many gaps in our knowledge of that era. Please tell me everything you know. Please tell me you know something. Well, I usually know nothing, so can't really be much help there. But maybe you should, there's kind of a gap that we bridged across. Maybe you should like go down that way and talk to the people that might actually know that. Because now that the gap is bridged, I don't see why they wouldn't just hop down there, aside from, them kind of being told not to interact with us and to kill us on sight or whatever. But aside from that, I can't see the harm in them just popping over for a quick chat about records and history and stuff. Alright, let's see what's back this way. There we go. Was just looking for this mostly. Alright, come along. We must get all of this out this way. Just put it in that pit there, and bring this back, and then there'll be another run. I have enough time. It's just the first wave. We'll be alright. There we go. Because now we don't have to reconnect to this mine again, which is very useful. Okay, that's as far as that goes, evidently. Just clean all this up, and it's the tiny mine again. That's kind of bad. Because one tiny mine was fine, but two in a row? Well, not in a row, I guess. But just two in general, that's kind of a bad sign. But let's... Oh yeah, we haven't found anything else. That is unfortunate. Let's grab this and some more mining stuff. We haven't found green yet, but that's fine. I'm gonna wait on upgrading the weapons just in case we find like the laser machine gun somewhere in here. Which I usually never do, because I usually am fine with just sticking with the machine gun, but I think trying to save... Of course, I'm gonna... If we hit the cloud layer, we're gonna have to just upgrade whatever weapon we have, regardless of if it's actually efficient or not, because that's just how it goes. You can't really deal with that cloud wave without upgraded weapons. I guess I could. It would just not be smart at all. Okay, we got 2 machine gun upgrades from schematics there, so maybe it would be best to just use them. It's just me, does this place have the exact same layout as the place we just were in? It looks very, very the same. Alright, that one I've never actually gotten use out of, but that's fine. Alright, grab all the stuff and get out of this area to the next mine. We did indeed keep some of our resources from the last run. Not much. Not much at all. Oh boy. Alright, docking station, not the best, not the worst, you know. Alright, back in we go. Because yeah, this stuff is some of the stuff that generally goes very deep, or sometimes does, and it is way too dense for us to get through without help of the seismic thing. So if it goes too deep, we're pretty much not going to be able to break through all of it. Ooh, we'll get some of this. More meta currency, always appreciated. We do still seem to be having the seismic thing helping us, but its effect seems to be getting weaker the further in we go, which is no good. Okay, is this the end of it? No. No, it's never the end of it. Oh, the acid's actually helping somewhat. That does do a lot of damage. Oh yeah, because we ran out of the amplification range. Oh my goodness. I don't think we're gonna be able to mine to the end of this. Or maybe. Is this the end? Right here? Because look at that. That does nothing without the green upgrades. We need the green, or else you just can't mine this area. But you don't get the green until past here, so it kind of necessitates you coming back, which is kind of upsetting. Because when there was 2 directions to go, coming backwards wasn't a bad thing. You know, there were some points where you had to backtrack to go, you know, you go down, or up and then down and then up to get all your resources. But here, it's just up and down. You know, you don't actually, there's nothing new for you that is down. because you just come from the downward direction. So for it to just be necessitating us to go back down sometimes because the place that they throw us into is way too dense. I mean, really, if they had just given us one green before this, it would have solved the issue entirely. All right, but let's head to the next mine and hope it's a green. Is this guy not dead? Well, there is green here. I don't know if that's enough. Let's see. Expedition log, day 638. An order came from the hives. Do not come into contact with outers to avoid infection. And get ready to receive a unit of immune... I've had the background music on. Anyway, that's fine. Receive a unit of immune researchers to prepare for surveillance and infiltration. How much green was that? It was enough. Enough for that, and then... Can we get both of these? Yes. Alright, just to avoid having to backtrack too far, we're gonna use what we got from that green. How is that guy still alive? I have no idea. I'm gonna use what we got from that to go into here and hopefully be able to find if there's an artifact at the end of this, because I don't think I've ever managed to get to the end of this gold mine here. Because they do seem to be very, like, consistent with what mines you find in what order. I don't think it's ever changed thus far as I've played in the DLC. Which is a bit odd compared to the first game, not the first game, compared to the base game, because in the base game there was a lot of variety as to what mines you would find. At least I think there was. It might have just been that it was a lot bigger of an area, so it seemed like you were getting more variety. Yeah, but this is definitely going significantly faster. Might actually be fast enough to let us get through. Yes, it is. Chronosphere. Automatically slows time for 10 seconds when the spire's durability drops. Okay. It's... I don't know. Any of the ones that are just when the durability gets below this point aren't super useful to me. You know? Because that kind of necessitates you already dying. You know what I mean? It's helpful, for sure, but I would rather not be below 10% durability at any point. Thank you very much. Let's just move all this out of here if we can. And make it... Whoa, that is certainly an art, trying to get all of that stuff to follow you up cliffs. It is not easy. Oh, we can move it this way. Ow. And that was it? Just like a few big enemies? Alright. Man, but these deep mines, even if I am able to clear them with this upgraded mining, they're just so deep that you just can't get out of them promptly. But we need to grab all this because last time we were missing a lot of gold, so obviously it's because I didn't finish this mine last time. So if we don't want to run into that issue again, because yeah, the gold is kind of the foundation of all the new upgraded items. So if you don't have the gold, you can't really use any of the other materials in any of the other mines to upgrade any of the new weapons or tools or anything. So that is kind of a problem that you can get bottlenecked on. So you kind of need to focus on the gold very hard, or you're just gonna be stuck like we were last time. There was a little bit of gold later on, but that was much later. That was like all the way up there. I think third cloud section. So I would rather not rely on that gold to get us through. But this is a bit of a trip each time through here. At least there aren't any dead ends. That's kind of the worst, is when there's like a cave that has a bunch of dead ends, so every time you're going through it, you just keep getting stuck. At least here is pretty straightforward, you know. Man, but we just don't have enough inventory space. Someday we'll get the vacuum. Maybe we should just leave that for now. I mean, 20 might be enough for the time being. Probably won't be. But it's also easiest to just run over these guys. Probably need to go back in. I need to grab the rest of the gold. But there's a lot of these guys. And this guy's got a lot of health. Compared to what this machine gun can do at the very least. I'm gonna assume that that's all that there is? Yes. So we gotta go back in. We can't just leave all this loot. Oh, there's still so much. You guys are coming with me. No, you two, all of you, every the one of you. Why are you all being so difficult? Come on, just up. I guess really I just need the gold from here, so even if all the regular stuff fell behind, I wouldn't need to go back for it. But of course, the greed. Okay, I think that's about everything. Now, do we get another mine? Yes, that's good. So I was not feeling confident in our ability to go through the cloud wave just yet. Okay, now we got the green. And of course, this area is much weaker than the gold area because, you know, having them sequentially more difficult as you go forward is overrated, apparently. Alright, we got another weapon. Chemical weapon. It's decent. Definitely not bad. We're just... Did we... Huh? Wait, we didn't have the bomb? Why didn't we have a bomb? Oh, hi. That's what's making that noise. Why didn't we have a bomb? I was staying in there so long because I was wanting to use the number 4 bomb. But, that... Why didn't we have that? I buy that every time. I did buy it after last time. That's bizarre. We took a lot of unnecessary damage because of that, but okay. Because yeah, it even was on this sidebar here. It was just grayed out, which is not what's supposed to happen. I think it bugged out or something. We're supposed to be able to use that. I'm fairly certain. Of course, it was kind of sloppy of me to attempt to rely on the bomb instead of just getting back in a timely manner, but I kind of wanted to do as few trips as possible. Ooh, drones, good. And usually it's safe when you have the bomb to just have one round that you don't come back to the surface and you just wipe it out using the bomb. But evidently I should stop relying on that because it is not consistent. But it's good that we got the drones, because those are probably the best, or not the best maybe, but my favorite upgrade at least. Alright. We grab these two. Is there anything else? No, I think that goes to the weapon. So we're done here. Yeah, the issue with the asses is it only attacks things below you, and you just don't very often have a bunch of stuff directly below you. So what we're gonna do is instead of upgrading our machine gun, we're gonna upgrade the drones and wait for a better weapon. We got these from earlier. I think that was leftovers from the last round. Alright. You see now, who needs machine guns when you got machines with guns? We're just gonna leave them to it. They got this. More green, mind if I don't. Nothing back here so far. Might be up though. There's that. Always nice to have. Ah, blueprint. Good. Great. Ooh, rocket. God Slayer rocket. Okay. That sounds impressive. Ooh. Oh, it's the boss wave. I was like, I'm pretty sure I just beat a wave. But yeah, no, it's the boss wave. I always don't see that one coming. We'll be back in a moment, though. Oh, that's some goop coming at us. We definitely need to repair, because that tentacle is going to hit, and then it's going to slide, and then we're going to die. Oh, we have purple, but not enough. So let's just get that. What's this? Right. I don't think that's very worthwhile. So what does 3 do? Ugh. I don't know what it did. Didn't seem to be a lot, but Stay at the top. It's gonna do that. I think I've been forgetting to shoot the rockets, but that's fine. There we go. Ooh. Alright. Well, the drones are doing well so far. Of course, that was only the first boss, which is a lot harder than the first boss in the non-DLC, so there is that. In the base game, the first boss was just kind of a given after a certain point. You didn't actually have to work for it at all. But in the DLC, they didn't make the first boss a pushover at all. Which makes sense, because the DLC is kind of a continuation at the end of the base game, so it makes sense that they would make it harder. Why am I going deeper in? I need to go turn in. I think we already mined everything in here. Turn in. It's good we're getting lots of green because we just used a lot of green there. And that was everything for just in that one pile. We really need a better vacuum. This thing is a wimpy. Alright, move up. Oh, is this the cloud layer? Looks like it. That's fine, we got enough green. I'll tell you the same thing I told you 20 years ago. Turn back or die. 20 years ago, I stained my diapers. It's your turn. Interesting. Okay, so he does only send that up when there's rockets to be destroyed by it. These drones are kind of messing him up, though. Ow. Ow. Okay. I was a little distracted. I didn't see him charging that one up. I was trying to shoot the anti-rocket thing on his head. Okay, now he's gone. Good. Easy enough. Yeah, these drones made that pretty easy. They're not even fully upgraded, so they still have a ways to go before they're perfected, but they're pretty good nonetheless. What do we got next? Man, this is some dense material here. Okay, but it doesn't go that deep, so we won't have to worry about not having the enhancement thing, which is a plus. We can get more of these. I don't really think we need more of these per se, but it's always useful for the next run to have these, because I think we had enough for all of our upgrades of that just from what we carried over from the last run. Alright, next mine. Another new material, it looks like. Oh, this stuff is very, very dense. Oh, but this is the purple stuff. We definitely need this. Grab as much of this as we can get, which is all of it. And let's look here. We can get this, in theory. But I don't know if that's what we're needing, you know? Okay. Yeah, this is the mine we were at. I was starting to second guess myself. Just need a little bit more of this stuff and we can get the triple beam. Maybe this will be enough of the generic resource? Not yet. A little bit more. That should be enough. So let's grab another one of these. Oh, that's a lot. Okay. Definitely have enough now. Triple beam. Good. We don't have enough of the eggs, because I think we used all those last time for, you know, healing. Grab all that. Yeah, this stuff is still very dense, even with triple beam. But triple beam plus the seismic thing makes it doable, at least. 'Cause yeah, if it was any denser than this, I'd pretty much just have to consider it not worth mining. Because you are on a bit of a schedule when it comes to this stuff. Speaking of that schedule, we are a little late. Hopefully our drones are doing good work out there. Because we're not. Maximum overdrive. Good. Just push the jelly out of the way. That's a little scary. Can you please kill that thing? I forget, I can't do any damage. It's only the drones. There we go. I sure hope something gives me a weapon. That's actually gonna be better. Like the laser. And at least we got the drones. Those were definitely a good thing. But if I could get that laser machine gun on top of the drones, we would be very happy. Ooh, weapon. Maybe something useful. Probably not, but maybe. You still gotta stay realistic. Locust machine gun. It's good. I think it's better than the regular machine gun. The only issue is it takes the new resources to upgrade it. So it's not really like a new good weapon to upgrade, because 99% of all the resources I'm getting, I can't even use on it. So that is kind of a problem. There's never anything up there. I don't know why I always get excited when I see that one block path up at the top there. I'm just like, ooh, something special and secret, perhaps. And it never is. But maybe someday it'll be. Maybe there's like a 1% chance that that will be another loot room up there. Probably not. But I can dream. Alright, let's use that. Because, yeah, this... it fires in like a burst. And then all our stuff bounces. But it does more damage than the regular machine gun, even if it's kind of harder to use. And I'm sure once we get some upgrades for it, it'll be a lot better. Okay, one more loot run. Okay, that's a little more than one, evidently. Okay, and then we can get this. Or if we were to go over here, what upgrades do we get for this thing? Bullet ricochets. It'd only be good in like huge groups of enemies. Plus damage is good. Reload between volleys is good. It has a lot of upgrades too. Okay. Well, let's get, because I'm gonna try to use this as like our main thing. So let's just get everything plus bullets. Plus one bullet after the first ricochet. Huh. Does that mean that when it hit, okay, like the bullet goes out and then it hits, does that mean the bullet like splits into two when it ricochets? Because that is insanely good, if so. Okay, how much of this stuff do we have? Not a ton. Let's... getting into this would be good, but we have time for that. Let's get that in the meantime. Yeah, it's really not bad reload-wise. I'm back. Spider number 37. All moon on the afternoon. Yeah, I think that's the same as last time we read it. We still got plenty of green, which is good because we need that for healing. Oh yeah, we didn't actually get any upgrades that cost actual materials, which means we can get this. Additionally, we can get more drone upgrades. Let's see, reload speed, damage from every shot, all good. Alright, but the mining upgrade is what we really needed. Because now we're doing some better damage. It's probably not that much better from before, but at least I know we're doing as much mining damage as we can, given our current technology level. Okay, the wave is almost here, so I should be focusing on trying to get to the end of this. Here we are. Ooh, blueprint. We only have a few of these left, so I think. Yeah, so shockwave level 2. Very, very good, probably. Yeah, it's kind of a problem. It's kind of a problem. Why did they have to lock us in with the goop? That was not really very nice of them. I don't even know where those things come from. They just kind of spawn in from the left side. They're not even like an actual enemy shooting them down. It's very bizarre. I guess maybe they, in and of themselves, are enemies. But they don't come in like the other enemies from the side of the wall. They just kind of fly in. Because most of the wall-bound Zyrex appear on the wall from either up or down and move inward. Thus you kind of have time to stop them. But that stuff just kind of launches itself right down wherever it wants to be. Of course, that was the first time it's ever actually harmed us very greatly to have those down. Usually they're pretty much harmless. But there was kind of annoying because they were blocking our exit. And that other thing also managed to get some goop right in the middle of our very limited space there. There's just stuff everywhere in here. Gather it all into one group. And then grab this. Don't forget that. At least the tunnel's not very deep. It's just very mineral rich. Now, I don't know how the resource harvesters work because I've never used them, but they either you need to like walk past them to gather it, or they just send it to you remotely. And I'm not certain which one it would be. Let's see. How did I B for build? Let's try building a harvester on here. Those things are tanky. Jeez. Okay. I think we finished that entire mine there. So yeah, we'll just leave the resource harvester to keep doing its work. I don't know what it'll do, but maybe it'll send me resources. We'll try to keep an eye on that. We have 27 of that resource right now. And so long as we don't turn in anymore, we'll see if we get more than 27. very deep cave. Okay. There we go. Worth it. Shockwave 3. Not really sure how useful the shockwave is. I've never used it offensively. I kind of think of it more as a bonus to when you're already having to jump to avoid something. But I don't know, maybe on its own it would be worthwhile to use as an offensive ability. It just keeps it going down here. Let's grab as much of this as we can, get the tech, and leave. There's a lot of stuff in here. Turret replicator. I'm just gonna grab a little bit of this stuff. Because, you know, we had a little time. Not much. Those things hurt. Okay. Luckily, this thing does some serious damage. So we can kind of burst down anything we don't like. Alright, a couple more loot runs from here. Oh, this goes significantly farther down. No, come back. Thank you. Okay. And there was more down here somewhere, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. That's the end of it. Okay, good. We've mined out the whole place. I thought we still would have had a bit more than that to go, but glad to see that it was all pretty promptly dealt with. Throw all that into the pit. Turn in. And restock and turn in again. I should have just left it all in the pit. Because, you know, it's all going there anyway. It's easier to pick up when it's all just in one place instead of spread out. But I got so used to just vacuuming things on my way back that I kind of didn't realize that that would be detrimental. Let's go down and see if we have to interact with the resource harvester again. I don't know if we do. I don't know, it's still doing its thing. We will check in on that again later. Probably never, because now it's even this far, it's a bit too far away to warrant going back for it. Hey dude, don't shoot, I'm just a scientist. Alright. I don't really have anything to shoot you with anyway. I mean, I have a mining beam, I guess. Could be considered dangerous. Oh, we got a boss coming up soon. And there's more enemies. Interesting. I thought that that was going to be the end of them because they kind of stopped coming for a second. Yeah, well, we got a boss coming in, so let's grab whatever we can. And then kill the boss. I just realized we don't have the resource scanner yet. Let's grab that. Alright. 0 seconds until the boss gets here. That's good. Now, for regular resources, we're gonna grab more damage, more shots in a burst, less spread, which is probably the least important one, but useful nonetheless. And then here, more reload, more ricochet. All the way back here. Oh, we don't have enough for this anymore. We did at one point, but that's fine. Oh, resource harvester +4. Ooh. It is automatic. Oh, that still hit us. Of course it did. The jump is still so finicky. Oh, we can get an upgrade here for that. Oh, of course, this is gonna hit us no matter what, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. That always hits us. Because there's so much of a delay on the jump. We need to be at either the very top or the very bottom, but also those things come from the very top or the very bottom. And we need to be dodging those as well. And we got hit by that as well. Alright, great. But we have no other healing options. I guess we have purple. Oh no, he's gonna do the thing. We're dead. Well, we're gonna take damage. We're not dead, per se. And we still get hit by it. Oh my gosh. I absolutely hate those things that go at the bottom, because they're just impossible to dodge. Such a very specific timing to them. Alright, well, we'll build more of those, because evidently they are remote, so we can just throw them around and get the dividends of them later. Pretty useful. Specifically, not really am I thinking about it being useful for this run, but I'm thinking about how much overall increased money we'll have for the next run. Because, you know, the more money we get this run, the more we'll have left over, and thus the more will be thrown into the next run. And that's always important. Another blueprint. Amazing. Another chronosphere level, even though we haven't even gotten the first level of that. But it's always good to have new stuff. We've gotten a lot of blueprints this run. Which is very good, because I kind of thought we were running out of blueprints to get. Glad that I was wrong on that one. Okay, we'll bring this back. Resource radar, probably useful. Not E. There's R. The bouncing locust thing does do a ton of damage. which is very nice for us. We're getting all sorts of loot from the resource harvesters. I don't know if they get any unique resources or if they're only getting the generic resource, but even so... Because if they only get the generic resource, then it doesn't really matter what mine you put them on. But if they also get sometimes the unique resources, then it would be very important to choose which one you need most. So the third boss is coming in 16 minutes and 45 seconds or so. And I think we need to use the string projector generator thing, on it. So I don't know how that works exactly, but we'll see. Especially because, I mean, I think I would know how it works if I had seen the animation of it doing that last time. Build 3 structures. Oh, apparently that's the 3rd structure I've ever built, all of which were in this run. So that's good, I guess. I never really built many structures in the previous regular, like, base game, evidently. But now that I know just how amazing the resource harvesters can be, we're probably going to be using those whenever we find them now. They really just want to block us in here, don't they? Okay, that's actually working better than I thought. Because we can bounce it, like, off the stuff and then off the wall. Really? Blocking me on this side, too? Come on. That is some good resource harvesting right there. I mean, it's only 4 of the generic resource every few minutes, or not few minutes, probably like a minute or so. But still, that is, over the course of the entire game, that is going to add up quite a lot. You know, I'm starting to think it would be most efficient to kind of switch off of having like one run where I have a DLC weapon that only takes the DLC resources to upgrade, and then the next run I have a weapon that takes regular upgrade materials, because basically whatever upgrade material I use for my weapon in the previous run is the resource I'll have the least of. And so that would carry over the least of it to the next run. So it'd be most efficient to just go back and forth on it. Also, this is way too deep and we can't get our accelerator thing in here. It's still going. Oh my gosh, look at that. Even with a triple beam, we just can't break it. It's impossible. The accelerator is the only way to get through any of this. Of course, if we had the personal Quake machine, we might be able to do a lot more. But we do not, because it has not graced us with its presence just yet. You can just be run over. There's more of you. I really likes wall guys in this run. Or that wave. Nothing else down there. Wait, I don't think we've gotten to the end of this place yet. Of course, that's further than our accelerator can go. That's why we didn't get to the end of it. Let's head back with these. Kind of do a couple runs of turning stuff in. And I want to try to keep going back here. It's not, you know, the best idea. Ooh, we need these. Definitely. And resource scanner's not seeing anything else out here. Oh. Technology. That's gonna be useful, probably. Just look at that. That is just insanity. Okay, but there may not be anything back here, actually. We'll break this. Eventually. Grab up all the stuff we can. And grab this tech. And get out to get to the wave. Luckily, our main damage source is the drones that can work completely autonomously. Heavy exosuit, probably what we need for this area, actually. Alright, stop moving up faster than our bullets can. Okay, I was about to press E and then R. I noticed my error like the second before I did it, which is good. But I have done that far too many times already. Okay, we are just gonna test going back here with this and see if this makes all the difference. I don't think it does make all the difference. Jeez. Alright. Still, there's nothing back there, so no point to it. But either way, set you over here. Suck up all this. And bring you back, and then everything's kind of just in that big pile there. Maybe we can pile it up a little closer. Yes. which is good because this resource is quite invaluable, being a healing asset. Say 7.5 more minutes. That's not a lot of time. Wow. Okay, I guess this is Cloud then. I don't know. Can we go talk to the guy while there's a Zyrex wave going on? I don't think that would be a great idea. Let's see what happens though, just for future reference. It's probably the worst idea I've ever had, but usually, at least in the first, you know, in the base game, for the sake of your own miserable settlement, you'll have to be eliminated. Only a villain would say that. That's true. Ugh. Oh, we're still making money. Ugh. Oh, you actually didn't stop at that time. Oh. Oh, I'm glad that I upgraded that thing's cooldown. Man, he's just spamming that thing. Okay. Oh, well, it did seem to get rid of the wave. So, there's that. Those resource harvesters are just going ham over there. Now let's see what we can actually upgrade here, because, yeah, we can get that. We have, like, infinite of the generic resource because of the resource harvesters. Which, you know, it's good. Now those are fully upgraded, pretty much. You still need the brambles for you. Resource harvesters. Connected to a mine with a resource harvester, delivery increases or reduces delivery time by 30 seconds. Okay. Use at the cost, that's not going to help us at all. Oh, we need both to get this. Oh, up to 6. That will help us. Max limit is increased to 10? What? Oh my goodness. Oh, takes green. We don't have green. It's nothing. That does absolutely diddly. So where are we gonna get green? Because there's only like a limited amount of green. I don't know if you go like far enough, maybe you reach more green, but... Ooh, bramble. Good. Just what I always wanted. I think that's it that's in here. It doesn't look like there's anywhere to go deeper, so I don't think there's an artifact at the end of this. Ah, but there is a tech thing. Although maybe there is more over here. Nope. That's about as far as it goes. Okay, we need to get back for the wave. Let's just get a full inventory going. Grab the tech. And then head on out. Oh, this is further than I thought it was. Plus around, Those resource harvesters, though. Oh boy. If only I had a market, you know? Like an Age of Empires style market. And I could just like exchange one resource for another. Maybe that's an upgrade later, but that would actually be really nice. Maybe even it could have like variable exchange rates depending on the run or some such. Because that would be very useful. Because like in this case, I have a lot of the generic resource, a lot of some of the other resources too. And it would be nice to be able to turn some of those into greens so I can get more upgrades. And then that would solve the issue of, you know, certain mines only having certain resource types and then you running out of the early resource types and just never seeing them again. Because that does become a problem quite frequently. Come along. Let's clear all that out. Go back, turn in. Come back for another one. We have one more run to go, and I think we'll have enough time? Probably. We need a lot of those brambles, though. They don't really come in many, you know, at a time. But... okay, we got all the important stuff, I think, out of here. Take out these guys. They're actually not that bad with this thing, if you know, have any amount of aim, which I do not. So yeah, without some sort of resource exchange, we don't have any. Zeus, you're expected at the second point for equipment installation. Roger that. Oh, equipment installation, you say? Is that hinting that the next boss is gonna be Zeus himself? Unless we've already been fighting Zeus. Maybe that's the guy that's in that. Did he ever say his name? I don't think he ever did. Which is very rude, you know. Everyone knows that when you're about to kill someone, you're supposed to introduce yourself to them, you know? It's good to know the person that's gonna kill you and all that. Of course, I've never really understood that to a degree, but I'm a bit of a weirdo in that I kind of see death as an end. You know, I mean, it seems kind of obvious that people would, but the way that people, like, bury bodies and give a lot of respect to them and want to preserve them forever. Like, for me, after someone's died, they're just kind of a hunk of meat. And there's no a hunk of inedible meat, as it were, because, you know, eating human has a lot of health risks, so you don't really want to do it. So it's like, why would I give so much respect to a piece of meat, and especially a piece of meat that I cannot even ingest and get any kind of benefit from? You know? It doesn't make any sense to me. Oh, that was one of those things? Okay. I got a little distracted because I have never done this fight before. Too early. It's always too early, too late, too everything. That just doesn't have any good timing to it. But we have some of this. Yeah, we have good healing going on right now. Okay, there we go. Finally got one. Hey, deal with the Leviathan. Is he dead? Like entirely? There's no timer. Hey, the timer is just completely gone. What does that mean for us exactly? I don't know. Do I have to still fight him every round, or is he like permanently dealt with? Those brambles do not come in very many. It's kind of just one per block, I think. Which is interesting, because we do have the thing that, you know, gives you more resources per block, but who knows? I guess one might just be the max. Alright, so this is cube land. We do want enough cubes so that next run we're able to get the good drone upgrades. So we do need the cubes, just not for really this run as much. Man, this is a deep one. Is there nothing back here? Seems like it. Maybe. No. Nope, nothing in the back. Alright, what do we get this time? Pulse gun. Ooh, that's exactly what I wanted. It's just what I always wanted. Indeed. Although it's a bit late to be getting it now, but, you know, that's fine. So these waves just kind of happen forever now, huh? Because, I mean, we're kind of at the end of the game. Well, not the end of the game, but we're at the end of the boss waves, at least. Hey, drones, you finish them off. I believe in you. Plus, we still have our full force field, so I'm sure they'll do fine. Only had the chainsaw drones as well. Those would be useful for leaving the drones unattended, because then if things get too close, it boosts our DPS by a lot. So we'll get those eventually, someday. Now I'm not on a time limit, like at all. I mean, there's still the wave timer, but I can just kind of take my time, mosey on through, not worry about nothing. Which is quite a nice feeling, because, you know, it's always kind of stressful just having a big timer at the top of the screen reminding you that your certain doom is approaching, you know? That's another one of those. I don't think I can... Yeah, I can't pick it up right now, unfortunately. Let's make sure all of this gets down into the pit. We can even deepen the pit a bit here. Alright. I wonder why you would need to use the string thingamawhatsit more often. 'Cause I'm pretty sure that's what the upgrade for it did, is that it just made it have less of a cooldown or something? Did more damage? I don't know. Maybe it's still very good against the boss, even not just that first time when you hit it to break open the thingamawhatsit. But I'm not sure. We'll have to test it out a little bit later. Ah, wave. Well, you get them, drones. I'm gonna help out. I'm not gonna leave the drones to it entirely. That would be very irresponsible. Not R. We need E. There we go. Alright. Back in here. To the end. Grab the loot. Might be another trip after this. Yeah, definitely. One more trip after this. Grab all of this maybe into the last room. Man, look how many of the generic resource we have now. Those resource harvesters have been working hard. We have only 6 of the bramble. We need so many of those. I don't know where we're gonna find that many though. I mean, honestly, I guess I haven't gone very far past the 3rd boss. So, perhaps there's a lot more mines, even with the Leviathan out of the way. I sure hope so. I kind of want to just keep going up and up forever, you know? Just endless mode the game. Because that would be very interesting to just have infinite mines that are just randomly generated at past a certain point, and then you have infinite Zyrex waves just attacking you. But I don't think that's the case. I think we have like another cloud wave somewhere, and then it's gonna be the end of the DLC track, probably. I'm not sure on that though, that's just my assumption with how things have been going. These armored claws sure do help a lot with all their upgrades and all that. Okay, I'll leave the rest to you. Okay, they're already dead. Good. Let's see. Is there anything else we can get that's useful? Drone done. Oh yeah, we can get pulse gun, but that just takes the gold, so... I do like the pulse gun, though. Probably one of my favorite upgrades as well. Because it's like the seismic generator on the ship, except much more useful because it follows you and it does a lot more damage if you actually upgrade it. But so far, we're out of gold, so we can't really upgrade it more. And I think we've mined every mine below this, so we can't really go back for gold. I know forward there's another place with gold. I seem to remember that. Is there a back to this place? We haven't seen something in the very end of a cave in a while. I don't know why that is exactly. Maybe they just have nothing to give. Well, it can't be that they have nothing to give me because there's still like a million of those little green upgrade things that it hasn't given me. I mean, sure, there's probably not a lot of blueprints left to give in this run, but it could still give those unique upgrades. I would appreciate those if they were for anything that I actually use. Or even not, you know, even if it's some random thing that I've never used a day in my life, I'd still appreciate having the upgrade, you know? It may not be useful, but I'll appreciate it all the same. Alright, now we got another wave here. Repair station. What the heck was that thing? Okay, back in it. Luckily, since the boss stopped messing with us, we've been... Is this the way to go? No, this is just a very convoluted dead end. We've had a lot less health damage being taken, so healing has not been as necessary. It certainly gets a lot more serene after the bosses stop. You know, you can just kind of focus on mining and chilling. And not worrying about like, oh, I need to keep moving, but I want to do another resource run in this mine, but is it worth it? Would it be better to just move on to the next one? I don't know. You know, you don't have to actually worry about that, because time is an illusion. And so is death after the boss is killed. Alright, is that everything? Looks like everything. Let's bring our goodies back and head to the next mine. Man, I am getting more and more excited about what Wall World 2 will be, you know? Because, like, at first I wasn't too excited about the possibility. I was like, you know, it's probably just going to be more Wall World, same old, same old. But the more I play this, the more I'm like, there are so many things I could have done that they didn't do with Wall World 1. And if they do any of those with the next one, then I'm very excited to see it. Oh my goodness, this is dense material. Are we sure we can't... Oh, we can get, yes, this thing. I was like, are we sure we can't get any more mining upgrades? But, this is the last mining upgrade that we get. If only we had some more gold, we could upgrade this thing a bit. Oh, that's a lot of ricochet damage right there. You guys got the rest, right? Right. There's pretty much nothing out there left at the end of that. Yes, I mustn't have, I shouldn't have doubted the drones. I just saw the, ooh, there's the gold. Good. Gold is what we need. And the brambles. All of the above, really. Ooh, and that gave 2 brambles. Good. Yeah, with mining this tough, the movement speed on this isn't as detrimental as it normally is. Because we're not going to be going much faster than this anyway. Especially without the suit. Without the suit, we'd be going a lot slower. Man, but it is very slow. It is insanely slow. But once again, this is one of the things that I would have never even, like, considered using because of how slow it was when the boss was still a thing. But now that we don't have to worry about the boss or min-max our time usage and make sure we're hitting deadlines and everything, we can just kind of go. We can sit here and wait for us to actually get to the next rock for a couple minutes because there's not really any rush. Okay, we'll be dropping this here for the moment because we need to get back to do the wave and then we'll get back in there. Let's just look at our upgrades. I don't even know what we can upgrade at this point. I mean, we got a little bit of gold, right? Not enough. Cluster bomb, we don't really use that. Repair station could be useful. Especially if it doesn't cost, does this repair us anywhere or only when we're docked at it? Spider's connector. No, it is permanent. Okay. We have a little bit of time. Let's re-enter this. Yeah, repair station is 10. And that's just forever, like the other one. How many more of these guys are there? There's one of you. And another mine. Good to know. Well, at the very least, the repairer makes it so that any, like, small damage that we get, we don't have to use our unique resources to repair it. Okay, grab this. Still a lot more in here, looks like. Surprisingly. Get out of here. I'm trying to pick up loot. Okay. I'll pick up the tech. Bring this back, because we're like right next to the ship here. What is this? Barrage mortar. That's decent. You know, a little bit of ground protection at the start of every wave, so it's kind of replenishable. At least it's not like the cluster bomb that only goes off when you're just about to die. Okay, turn that in. We have a little bit of time left. Let's see if we're needing this suit at the end here. A bit, perhaps. I think this is the end. No, it is not. Okay. It just has to take every chance to prove me wrong, doesn't it? You'll be getting back for the wave. Oh my goodness. Oh, hi. That's a couple enemies, isn't it? I do think we've hit, like, the infinite waves. I don't... Because that was a ton of enemies it threw at us. That seems like the kind of scaling you get when you just make it infinite by just increasing the numbers indefinitely. And of course, this is even an early infinite wave. I mean, we haven't even been at this for very long after the boss. So that is gonna get a bit crazy if we don't get through this in a timely manner, I guess. There's got to be another cloud wave somewhere, and I assume that is where the game will end. Is either this cloud wave or the next cloud wave after that. I have no proof of that, but it just seems like how it would go. Okay. Now you are gonna come over here with your friend there. Then we're gonna turn in again, go back in again, same old, same old. I'm really glad we got some more gold out of this, and I hope they give me more gold, because we have a few things we want to upgrade with it, like the suit and the quake generator in our back pocket. Is that a quake generator in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me kind of thing, you know? Need it to be... Oh gosh, that is still way too thick, and our suit back here has dissolved into nothingness, so we need to go back and grab a new suit. Wall world, where's my super suit? It's a very good question. Because I don't know why they just disappear. I get that it regenerates a new one here, and if they didn't disappear from inside the mine when they regenerate out here, it would kind of be a problem. But... oh, jeez. Okay, those do no damage to them. Oh, and those do no damage to you, evidently. Very tanky wall guys we're getting here. Yeah, surprisingly, the ricochet works really well against these dudes. Not so well there. Can you, thank you. Yeah, if they get, like, right up next to the wall, they end up with, like, no room to actually do anything. But that's fine. A little bit extra in here. We need to get our super suit. There we go. Then don't head immediately into the dead end. Thank you very much. Now we have yet to see... Yeah, no, that's just never gonna work. I'm interested to see if there is any more blueprints or anything at the end of these, because it almost feels like they stopped generating them. This place still is just going deeper. Oh, maximum overdrive increases our movement speed from like 1 mile per hour to 2 miles per hour for only a few seconds. Great. Glad to be a part of it. Okay, grab the gold at least. Ugh. I think this is a spot where it's worth it to just unequip and re-equip. Aha! I tried to suck up the blueprint for some reason. Chronosphere level 3. Good. Out of here. Give me. We don't have much time. There's no time to explain. I can jump past these, I remember. Oh, we're blocked in. Excuse me? Okay. What was that about? That thing was trying to just land and block us off. And we just said no. Man, those drone shields are becoming invaluable. Ah. No matter how far down we look, this isn't really gonna... Oh, there it goes. I thought it wasn't gonna hit it, but it did. Okay, we are gonna land here real quick. Simply so we can build another of those. Oh, it's one of these. Good. Expedition log day 537. Reinforcements from the hives have arrived. Good news, the backbone elevator project has been approved. Okay. It seems almost like we aren't on a wall. You know, or that the wall is alive. Is this that what game is it that has the wall of flesh? I think it's kind of like that. Also, let's look into this. First of all, yes. Gonna wait on you. Where is it? I passed it, I'm pretty sure. Yes, this one here. We are going to repair efficiency. Repair efficiency, increase the limit, increase the limit. Sure, just grab it all. Buy it all. See if I care. Pulse gun. Yes, we're gonna upgrade the pulse gun, but we're gonna wait on the brambles until I want to make sure I can get this first. Because that is the most important thing. I like the rockets. And then let's see here. We also need this. 2 bullets per volley, damage, or... Ooh. We're getting that. More bullets equals more mayhem. Super suit. Do we still need this? Yes, evidently we do. Oh my goodness. This thing's so fast now. What the heck? We just got the first 2 upgrades for it, and it's already, like, almost as fast as we are normally. Ooh, lots of bramble. Good bramb. More bramb. Man, they really reward you for going deep in these mines, huh? And now that I can actually move in this thing... Grab the bramb. Good. We should probably bring this with us. Come along. Maximum overdrive. Alright. Got good bramb. Bramb has been restored. What do we need? What do we need bramb for? Oh, this. Yes. Damage. Let's just wait until the next wave here. Because we can. Let's see, is there a cloud wave above this? Ugh. Huh? What? Why did it do the wave ending sound and then start another wave immediately? Wait, and the wave counter is counting up, but they're enemies. Hold on. I think the game broke a little bit. That's fine, but... Those missiles, though. Okay, and it did reset it again. Good. Is this the mine? I think so. We'll see. If there's no loot at the end, this was not the mine. And I don't think we need the super suit anymore. Because we don't have anything else to mine, right? Unless we did. No, I think we still did. Probably. Maybe. We'll see. We'll bring it anyway. I should upgrade the overdrive next. If I can. Because that seems very useful for getting in and out of these super deep mines. Okay, nothing back here. Okay, I think we were done with everything. Any special resources we're missing here? I don't think so. I think it's all just generic. Which is not necessary, seeing as how we have 1,450 of that. There is some gold here. We'll just bring this with us. But I think we got everything else that's important in here. Actually, let's connect and scan. Anomalies 1. Might have already been the thing we got at the end of the thing. But either way, let's go into here. Can't get that with the bramb. Can't get that. We need something else that's going to be helping us in combat, probably. Not that we're doing badly in combat. We're doing swimmingly. But... yeah, we've finished upgrading the drones. We kind of have everything that we use in combat fully upgraded. So, not much to do there, I guess. Ooh, we can get these. Movement speed in the mine? Yes, please. Okay. Well, I think the cloud wave is up here. And I don't know if that's the end. I don't know if that's just the beginning. Who knows? But it's something. What do you have for me this time, Mr. Robo Man? This is a big cloud. Okay, there we go. This isn't Mr. Robo Man. Those guys are beefy. Okay, there's nothing in that cloud wave. Nothing to it, I guess. Let's build, just more repair stations. We got another one, I guess. Oh, hi. I gave you a chance. You have only yourself to blame. As you wish. Well, I am very strange now, I'll have you know. Oh, apparently you're very strange too. Ugh. How do I get rid of those? How do I... Oh, he can stomp on them himself, evidently. What is happening? Oh, he launched rockets while I was inside him, and it just insta-hurt us for no reason. Okay. And he's gone immediately. Okay. Okay, where am I going? I must go. My people need me. Hands are off the keyboard. He's just trucking onward. Hey, look, another mine. Hey, dude. How goes it? Oh, he dead. Oh, he double dead. Oh, he triple dead. Are we gonna make him quadruple dead? Oh, evidently so, or... Bruh. I'm so sick of you. Bro, it ain't that deep. It ain't that deep, my guy. He's just kind of there. We were beating him up. Why are you, like, so angry about this? You're standing on the precipice, Outer, and you're about to fall. Think carefully about what you want to do next. On the precipice, so my grandpa didn't lie. He had been there, or he had been here and had found the edge of the wall. Why are you guarding it, and who are you anyway? The edge of the wall? Ah, so that's why you keep coming here so stubbornly. I'm going to disappoint you, Outer. See that huge crater in the wall? That's what we're protecting from pests like you. If you stick your nose in there, you'll meet a whole army of people like me. Actually, even if you don't, sooner or later I will catch and gut your escape pod. I'll scrape your stinking body out of it, and then I'll get the coordinates for the place you keep crawling out of from your navigation module, and then we'll come to you and kill every dirty Outer we can find. Well then, I better not give you the chance. Okay then, he gone. So I guess that was Zeus, that was him. Oh. Well, we're here again. Alright, that was the end of it. I think I've screwed up big time, Jill. How unusually self-critical of you. I caught their spider driver. Go on. According to him, these others have a whole base inside the wall, with a ton of battle spiders, and I've made them angry. You certainly made sure of that. Have you seen all those battle spiders with your own eyes? No, it's just what the guy said. Could he have been exaggerating a little? It's possible, but what if he was telling the truth? Well, then we're definitely done for. But I have news too. Spill it. Remember how I made a scout drone to figure out where the Leviathan comes from? It sent back pictures. Take a look. Uh-huh. Oh. Oh! Excusez-moi. Parlez-vous français? You're telling me that the big tentacle monster is just a singular tentacle of an even bigger tentacle monster. I think I know what Wall World 2 is about. I'm getting a little inkling here. Oh boy, and who knows? This whole thing could just be the end of a tentacle, on the end of an even bigger tentacle monster. We don't know. We don't know these things. That is terrifying. That is like beyond terrifying. I think this is the one we were fighting because it's the one that's like a big hole blasted in it, but these are all untouched. Oh my goodness. Honestly, okay. I have to say, the DLC had a few good things and a few bad things. I think that it was overall an improvement. Even if there were a few things that were a little confusing, and even if it hasn't given me my vacuum upgrade yet. But either way, I do very much think that the ending of the DLC was a lot more satisfying than the ending of the base game, where they just see the green at the top of the wall and they're like, wow, and then it's like, yeah, game over. See you later. Get out of here. We hate you. Bye. You know? But this one was like, you know that big giant thing that is bigger than anything we fought before, and you finally managed to injure it and send it away? Yeah, that's like 1/10 of what we've seen of, you know, this giant mass that's out there. So that kind of leaves questions. It leaves a lot of like excitement of what the heck comes next. So that is a good way to end the game, I have to say. We do have a few more things we can buy here. Like we have the chronometer or whatever. There we go. Fully upgrade that, but it's still classified under that. And all of this is still classified. That's fully upgraded. This has a classified on it. So these two still have upgrades. This, I am fresh out of money, so we can't get that yet. But, you know, we'll get that. It'll be great. Yeah. But I think we're done for today. Bit of a shorter stream again. I was planning to go the full 3 hours today, but we kind of won. So, I mean, I don't know what else there would be to do. I mean, I'll probably play it in my spare time whenever I just feel like going in and mining some and getting this big vacuum fully upgraded. That's all I wanted from the start of the game. This right here is all that I needed, and it's still classified. Why, game? But anyways, I'll find that eventually, and I might, if I find that there's anything else new to it, I might come back and do more streams of it. Maybe there is some other stuff to be doing in the game. I don't know, but we will see. Either way, we'll go to the ending screen and we'll be done here. So I'll see you guys. It's Saturday. Actually, that's perfect, because then I can start a new game on Monday. So that'll be good. I will see you guys on Monday, and we'll be playing good stuff. Probably Kenshi? Maybe Kenshi? Most likely? Who knows? That's what I'm feeling like playing right now, but if I'm probably gonna be playing it today and tomorrow, so who knows if I'm still gonna be in the mood for it on Monday, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I'll be playing something on Monday. You can be sure of that. And, yeah, I'll see you guys then. Goodbye.